Hey guys, Jellybean TV here, and today I will be discussing my problem with the past couple seasons of the series The Flash. Now, this is a show that I've been watching for a long time, since around 2018, and while I really enjoy the show, I have to say the latest seasons have not really matched the quality of those earlier ones, and there's a lot of reasons. Uh, I think the problems really start with a very unfortunate incident in June of 2020 when the actor Hartley Lawyer was discovered to have very misogynistic tweets that just were not acceptable, and so he was fired from the series. Now, obviously, they had to rewrite season 7 to cut out the Ralph Dibny character and his planned storyline, and given the COVID-19 restrictions, there was also not much time to secure a new actor, so they decided that was the best choice moving forward with the series. Of course, this meant that they had to bring forth two characters. Well, make that three characters that weren't so important before to fill in the gap left by the Ralph Dibny character's absence. These characters were Chester P. Runk, who has a similar personality to the original Cisco Ramon, but very annoying, like just in his general demeanor. And then Cecile Horton, Joe's girlfriend, who he still hasn't married, and shares 0 scenes with in season 7, and acts condescending as a mother figure to Barry Allen the Flash, and steals the spotlight and acts like it's her show when it's not. And then Allegra Garcia, the friend of Iris that Cecile defended, who just never lives up to her potential and doesn't do anything worthwhile at all. And she's just there, and it's really annoying. And, yeah, just not a very compelling character. And then Joe spends the entire season with another woman, with this Christian woman who steals his job and ruins everything for him, and it just doesn't make sense. And Joe's with her so long, and he hasn't seen his real girlfriend, and it's weird. And then there's Iris, who after an episode doesn't seem to have any trauma from being trapped in a mirror for a few months, and she just doesn't do anything. And then there's that very crappy storyline with the forces, and those weird things calling Barry and Iris their parents, and that's just not a good look, okay? I mean, they're all around the same age, they're just very strange overall. It's very creepy to act like a force of nature is your mom and it wants to mother you, but it's also a bratty teenager, but it's also in love with you. I mean, this doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And so Season 7 really just doesn't know what it's doing. And then the departures of Tom Cavanaugh and Carlos Valdez, two long-standing cast members, really ends up making it bad because they're really the backbone of the show. And that allows the show to basically be a very annoying nurse, a very boring girl with no potential, a very imposing, intrusive woman who just wants to be the mother to everyone. And the truth is, this is just not right. Okay? You don't just replace 3 characters at once because they really seriously did the Caitlyn character dirty, and they did everyone dirty. I mean, Caitlyn splits in two, or in the spotlight, and enters a relationship with a creepy guy who can't keep his shirt on, and then there's just, it's so stupid. It's just so insanely stupid. And it just doesn't make any ounce of sense whatsoever. I mean, even in the final fight, Barry has a body constructed by a creepy daughter mother lover, and for his greatest enemy, Eobard Thawne, and that just doesn't make sense. And then they fight with lightsabers, and the final 4 episodes, we give him enough time, gives rise to a very one-dimensional villain known as Godspeed, who is so generic, so short-lived, it just doesn't make sense. And while he was foreshadowing, he's like nothing the same, and it's a lot of wasted potential. And by spending the season focused on creepy families, and often there's the power of love, which is what Barry uses to redeem every villain ice instead of, fighting them, and it's just so lazy, and, Eva McCulloch is evil. She shouldn't be allowed to, she should go to jail. I mean, come on. She took charge of a company, but she's a clone. It just, none of it makes sense. And in the end, Iris does nothing, Caitlyn does nothing. Jo is just with this random woman. Mary just, well, he tries to be a leader, but really, who are these people? I mean, come on. And then this show is only about, his departure, and I guess he does try to get to know his replacement a little, but still. They should have announced this prior to the season, but look, replacing everyone in quick succession without a break or anything is just a bad move for any show. And that just goes to show you that it works better for a show to replace cast members, even as a long-standing tradition of doing that. But the thing is, this show never did. It kept them around for so long. You really thought they would make it to the end, but they didn't. And then what ended up happening was the characters we're left with, we don't know them. And they act like they're the team, and they're not. And they act so in such a annoying manner that we really wish our pal Barry could have some time to himself. I mean, if it were up to me, I'd have Caitlyn try to learn to be a hero without Frost and learn how to, like, her mom has superpowers, and that was just forgotten about until season 8. Like, after season 5, and that just doesn't make sense. And so much weight and potential. Iris could deal with her trauma. She could even develop a sort of power. I mean, she does get a time sentence, but that's not, like, she needs to be impacted. She's been traumatized. Show it. And she has her own newspaper to run. And then, so that can be really cool. And then Allegra is like a junior journalist. She needs to hurry up in her relationship with Chester, and there's just, and she lost her cousin, and her relationship with her cousin could have impacted her in a lot more ways. She can use her powers more frequently in the field instead of Cisco randomly getting his back via gauntlet or something crazy like that. I mean, there's no setup. There could have been a dilemma where Harrison Wells tried to take back Star Lab. Or maybe Nash leaves the gauntlets as a prize for Signal, but nothing is explained and nothing makes sense in Season 7 of Flash. And that's just not a good way of going about things. And the issue built up there. Things are said in one episode and contradicted, like they were too cowardly to send Frost to jail and see him that would impact Caitlyn, and just gave her a very stupid boyfriend instead, and that hurts. And again, Chester could have been made a little more comic accurate. I mean, yes, there was some body shaming involved, but he could still give an ability to open black holes or something. I know he's like tech support, but honestly, that just doesn't feel right. I mean, he doesn't really know Barry at all. So maybe he shouldn't be the tech support. And there's just, yeah, so that Chester, Allegra, I mean, she acts like a therapist. Why don't you just make her a therapist and give her time with her boyfriend? Joe is an amazing cop, and she should continue being one. Making him captain doesn't make sense, and it was barely going to last beyond the season. So that's just a no. They wasted so much potential this season. So many storylines were squandered. that it's a wonder this show got another season when Legends of Tomorrow, a far better show, was canceled on a cliffhanger. And so that's a lot of the problems with last season. Lemon from sending a character away in a dummy suit to creating lightsabers out of nowhere. It just doesn't make sense. And the writing's really bad too. But yeah, just Iris, Caitlin, Cecile, Allegra, Chester, Mary, Joe, all of them. Ralph could have had such better storylines if they didn't. And it just really shows that the ideas of the showrunner were not fleshed out at all, and it's just not something that makes people want to watch the show. I mean, if all your favorites are just rapidly replaced without much time to adjust to their absence, it's really hard to form an emotional connection with these characters that has the same impact as the one you formed originally. And I mean, it's just a completely different show, and I hope that when it reaches its final season, it reclaims some former glory despite still having some very bad characters. And that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening.